Hello, everybody. Saturday night chat with Al, and we have Big Polly from Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, and of course, Uncle Dave Gardner from Digital Dice. It makes everything nice. Please check out Digital Dice on Spreaker. Link provided on the page in the chat. Dave, tell us real quick who you just had on.
We had Mark Zarb, who was the person that redesigned Apple Hockey, which is actually version 2 of Apple Hockey, which I just started playing right now. Now, I know that they got a version 3 come out with a couple of different changes, but he really revamped this game, and I had no idea. And when I started playing Apple Hockey, Ron and a couple other people said, you want to talk to this guy if you like the game. And we talked to that guy. And we talked to him for a good hour or so on the podcast yesterday, and he talked all about how it happened and the whole bit and when his thought process, and then he talked about Apple football and the whole bit. So really great show if you want to listen about Apple hockey and Apple football.
And of course, we have Big Polly. How you doing, Big Polly? Tell us about. Did you have fun last night with?
Oh, absolutely. We had a lot of fun with Tom Vogel. Did my GSW match of the week a little earlier this evening, and I got a couple of fights with Glory Days Boxing in. So it's been a full day.
And link provided for Big Polly's YouTube channel in the chat. So please check out Big Polly. Let's say hello to some wonderful people who have joined us in the chat. Phantomatic, how you doing? RJL.
Oh, good to have Robert along.
The Cubs, the Bears. When I started this, it was me, the Cubs, the Bears, a couple other people, and we'd go 5 hours. And again, I made the joke, but it was true. We'd talk about like the White Shadow and all these other shows from the 70s and stuff. The Great White Shark, as I called him. The Cubs, the Bears. Larry Harris, hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. Celebrity Bikini, that's AKA Jake Cruz. He only wish he looked that good in a bikini. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Philip Reynolds. Hello. Hope all is
Phil.
well. Good to see you. Forrest, how you doing?
Does anybody tell Forrest to run?
Brandon Baker, the touchdown maker.
Hey, Brandon.
G. Puck. And our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, Sports Time Machine, another wonderful content creator in the community.
Utah Mike.
Uncle Dave, let's get to it. Not Godzilla yet. Appa Hockey. We're going to get to Godzilla, which was an awesome movie. I recommend it. Don't listen to Uncle Ron Juckett. We love Uncle Ron Juckett, but he doesn't know good movies.
Yeah. Don't listen to Ron. When it comes to movies and TV, don't listen to Ron.
Don't listen to Ron. We love him, but don't listen to him. But let's quickly delve into, unless you're sick of talking about Appa Hockey.
Oh no, I know.
Let me tell you something. Where was it? It was on Facebook, and he goes, "I can't wait to get home." Or he went Happy Place Appa Hockey. It was just like on the Digital Dice Facebook page. And if you haven't seen or joined that, and you're on Facebook and you enjoy Uncle Dave Gardner, Digital Dice, Ron Juckett, please check it out. Wonderful face group page. I'm lucky that I'm a member of it. And how many members do you have there now? It's growing.
Oh, geez, I can check right now. Let's see here. We are almost at 700.
Awesome. Hello, Captain Carl. So back to Appa Hockey. Now, this was a game you had the old version, correct?
Yeah. I think it was Appa Chatta sent me the hockey game last summer and a few teams to play. Nice. And it was the older version, had the smaller book, and I got it to move a little bit, and I could understand it, but I just was like, I don't know if I really want to go through, all the steps of this game. I just wasn't having fun with it. So I guess I wasn't ready. Some games you're just not ready for.
Yeah.
So I put it away, and I don't know why I got the itch to play it again. I have no idea where the itch came from, but I told Ron, I said, I think I'm going to get it for Christmas this year and give it another try. And then all of a sudden I finished a couple of products. I was like, something, I think I'm going to get it now. Try it now. I think I saw some people doing a couple of videos.
Gilles is
Gilles Thibault has been doing some videos on it. And I was like, and I watched this video and it kind of explained a couple of things. There was a couple of things I just didn't get. And then when I watched him and then I watched a couple, I said, oh, I get it now. I get it.
What? Because you're a big Shootout Hockey. And I almost pulled the trigger on that Friday to buy Shootout Hockey because I keep looking at it. I think now, quick question, Dave, because I have you on here. Can you, because you play with the cards, and I think when I get it, I want to play, because I've watched so many of your videos, and also our good friend, Hockey Reel, which is
Patch. Yeah.
Patch, which my brain's not functioning. I'm sorry, I need more coffee. And when I drink my coffee, I like to drink it out of my Digital Dice mug. So remember to go check out Digital Dice Home Shopping Network, as I call it. I also have a Speedo that doubles as a face mask. And if Teresa had not hit it on me, it'd be on my face right now.
That's what the women are doing.
So it works out great because if you wear glasses, it doesn't fog it up. So for Shootout Hockey, and we'll get back to Appa real quick, and then we'll move on to Paulie. And we're just going to talk first till we don't want to talk anymore. Can you download PDF? Can you PDF the cards?
The game is all PDF. He sends you the PDF. Okay.
Right. You have to email him, correct?
Yeah. You just email him and tell him what you want. All the prices are on his website.
Yeah. I've seen it because I was trying to order and I was a little.
I mean, you can get out of that game for like 10 or 12 bucks. They're 14. It's
well priced. But can you get I didn't see where you could, and maybe I just missed it. I probably did. Can you order the cards PDF and I could just cut them because I have a decent printer now?
Yeah. Yeah. If you order the fast action cards. Yeah.
You can. Okay. I'll probably have to touch base.
Yeah. So you would order the game,
yeah,
which I think is like $3 or $4. You'd get a season, which are $5 to $10. And then the fast action cards, maybe $3, $5, something like that. $3 to $5. And again, you print everything out right there. In fact, I even use there's a free helper you can get. That's what you see me playing on the computer, cool, which is really fun. Yeah. So okay. So on the website here, let me just say. So the instructions are $3.
Yep.
The fast action cards are $2.50.
Okay.
And so if you want to play Bobby Orr, it's going to be $7. So you're talking $12.50. So
when I get the game, I email him. I say I want 2 fast because I heard 2 decks are better. I've watched a lot of people that like to.
Oh no, you could just print it out twice.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if you really want to, for $20,
I like those other cards.
They're coded cards from Drive-Through Cards. They are phenomenal. I need to get another set of those. They are just phenomenal. They're like a deck of play, like Hoyle cards, Yeah,
they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
One more quick question. Sorry to bother you. The decades. He has like decade teams, meaning like the best of the decade. Are there any charts? That sometimes when you play teams from different. Well, it's the same era though.
I think all his decade teams are leveled or whatever you call them.
Okay, that's all. All right. Yeah. That's enough.
In fact, I did an article about Shootout Hockey Game in the new Sports Sim magazine this month, issue number 5.
Check that out. Check that. I have to do it. He emailed me. I have to do it. I'm trying to think what I should write because he wants me to write something, and I'm a better talker than writer. So, okay. So you're happy with Appa Hockey. What itch does that scratch that Shootout Hockey does it? And you love both. I love when you play either one of them. I sit and I just enjoy watching you be happy playing hockey.
Shootout is like a awesome roast beef sandwich, right? Your favorite roast beef sandwich. That's what Shootout is. Appa Hockey is your prime rib with the potatoes and the dessert at the end and, all the trimmings. It just... It does things in a game that other things don't. Like line changes are done differently, and there's corner battles, and there's all these little things in the game. There's a lot of defense in the game. And as someone who's, watched it my whole life and even played it my whole life, like the video games, like I was explaining on the podcast, the video games, when you play hockey, you get the puck and you just go to the net and shoot.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you do. Maybe you set up a one-time pass, but there's no real hockey being played. Here in Appa is, you get the puck. This guy gets it. He comes in, he's going to take a shot. Is his shot good enough? Does the goalie make the save? The rebound goes to this guy. What happens? And then sometimes you have a matchup, but this guy goes against this guy. And there's all these numbers all over the cards, that you need to check for different matchups. And they're really easy to find and do. And for me, I feel as I get a full hockey experience out of this. Now, shootout, I feel like I've played a game, but again, it's like that really good roast beef sandwich, but nothing compares to the prime rib with the salad and the bread and the au jus sauce. I mean, that's what, and I know it's an hour and a half for me to play the game.
Yeah, but it's still,
it's an hour and a half of joy.
Yeah. And again, I'm not big on speed of playing games. Whether you stream or not, if you're enjoying a game, because some people are like, how fast do you play the game? Or how fast do you play the game? Well, play it as fast as you want. If I'm playing on or offline, do I play slightly faster? Yeah, but you know what? I'm still doing play-by-play, whether out loud or usually out loud.
I play slower offline, and the reason for that is I get distracted. Is I'll be sitting there playing, and then I'll check my phone, and I'll be sitting there playing, and then one of you guys are on YouTube, so I'll set it up and I'll chat, and then I'll go talk to the wife, and then I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'm always getting up, and where was I? Who's got the puck? What? So I take forever because I can't just buckle down and play because I'm just always distracted by something. I'll go make a coffee or something.
So Todd B says, so Appa has the meats.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It's a great one. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I never thought I would like a game like Appa. I just like I say, I'm a strat guy. I like my strat. I still like my strat, and I play a lot of strat. But when I saw that Appa had all the seasons that strat doesn't, and I could get them for $40 or $50 instead of $140 and $150 on eBay.
Oh, it's insane. I keep looking at the 1976 season. The one thing I still want from Strat, why don't they redo it so I can buy it? That's the one thing I'll buy from them after my little fiasco with the basketball game. You go on eBay, there are people like charging $200. Are you out of your mind? I'm not paying $200 for that.
Yep. I got lucky. I got the 70-71 hockey season from somebody, I think it was on Facebook, and they gave me a really fair price on it. I got to say, they charge a lot for that. But with Appa, like I say, it's all right there. I got a ton of seasons in today. I said I really splurged because I know I'll be playing this a long time. And
you have some special. You're gonna have some special one-offs, right? Like special games that you enjoy.
The other night, what I did, which is really cool, is I sat here and I made a list of all the seasons I have and all the games I want to play in these seasons.
Oh, cool.
And there are different reasons, and some are playoff series, and some are one-offs. Like I like the California Seals, right? Behind me, right? The California Seals. Okay.
Love the.
I got the 75-76 season, which was their last season. So I'm going to play the last ever game in California Seals history.
That's fun.
Things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a game that the Kansas City Scouts, who were a terrible team, they beat the Bruins at the Boston Garden 3-2. Never should have happened. So I'm going to play that game. Now I know that Kansas City's not going to beat them again, but it's still going to be kind of fun. I don't know if you saw the image I put on Digital to Dice today, but that was the 1929-30 Boston Bruins.
Cool.
So they're going to play a team called the Pittsburgh Pirates.
So you got an old season also.
So I got the oldest season they have.
Excellent.
I think they played 48 games, and the Pirates only won 5. So I'm going to have the Bruins smash the Pirates in 1929. Each team only has one goalie. There's no backup goalies.
Oh, wow.
Enjoy the baseball game.
You could have some massacres there, Dave.
Yeah, I do. I did. The other game I got is it was the Cleveland Barons. Actually, was another team.
How long were they in the league?
5 years. 5 years.
Now, I didn't know this. I think I was watching either you or Hockey Reel. And Jerry Cheevers. I didn't know he played for the Cleveland Barons.
No, he did. He played for the Cleveland Crusaders.
Oh, okay.
He went to the WHA for a couple of years. Yeah,
I remember someone saying Cleveland. I was like, I didn't know it. So he jumped to the WHA.
Yeah, and then he came, and that's what killed the Bruins. Is the Bruins? They won the cup in 69-70.
Okay,
they should have won in 70-71. They didn't. They won in 71-72. And when the WHA started, they lost Cheevers, they lost Sanderson, and I think they lost a couple other guys. So they got decimated, and that's why they never really.
I did not know that.
They went back to the Cup against the Flyers and lost, but their team took it hard. They really did. So but yeah. So so what I was playing tonight was 87-88. That series when they played the Devils and they went 7 games. Devils. And that was, I remember watching that, with a bunch of people. And Game 7, the Bruins just picked up Joyce and Gianni to play with Neely, and they won that at home. I think 4-2 or 5-2. It was a great series. That's the series that the refs come out that they went on strike because they kicked the coach out and the coach wouldn't leave. And so the next game they had remember the replacement refs that wore the yellow shirts? That was that series, I'm pretty sure. So there was a lot of crazy things going on.
The Cubs and Bears. At my age, I go to the bathroom before I talk to the wife, unlike Dave.
I hit it before and after.
Well, thanks for sharing.
I played game 1 tonight. I played game 1 of that series. That's what I streamed tonight. Yeah. I won't stream all the games, but I'll go play them offline. And if a playoff series I think it's got a pivotal game, maybe I will. Now that I figured out how to get the camera above the desk here and do this, so. That was the other donut series. That was the donut
setup,
series.
Dave, is beautiful. You have the cameras right there, and I got to figure out how to do that with mine, but I work with what I can work with. But you have now, do you like the dice roller, or do you miss rolling the own? I mean, for streaming, it works. Do you do that? Do you do that?
When I'm playing myself, I will usually roll. Okay. Although when I play with Shootout, when they have the application open, I let the program do it. But cool. If I'm upstairs, I usually play upstairs. That's why I set up the mat, everything upstairs in Studio C, and I'll roll my own dice up in Studio C.
Awesome. So Big Paulie.
Yes, sir.
Big Paulie, you just took the big dive into Glory Days boxing. Tell us how you're liking that.
I think it's probably the best boxing game I've ever played. I had Title Bout. I picked up Title Bout on my 18th birthday in 1989. Yep. And I think this blows anything Title Bout has ever done away. The interface, the Ring General Star interface, where you have the 2 6-sided die and you have the showdown right away. Okay, who has control?
Yep.
Maybe nobody has control. Maybe it's a toe-to-toe exchange.
Yep.
And I have not followed boxing probably since the turn of the 21st century. And it was kind of nice to do an Andre Berto fight today. And I posted that on the Glory Days Boxing Facebook forum. And starting to learn who these new guys are. Or a Virgil Atkins. Yep. Or, let's see, the fight I did today, the light heavyweight was John Conte.
John Conte.
And we were talking about him on that forum today.
He was an action fighter out of England. And good fighter. He sometimes didn't like to train, and he's very well-spoken, handsome kind of guy. Ladies loved him. Yeah, and but he was on what I saw him so many times as a kid and young teenager. CBS, ABC.
Back when the networks used to have a fight every weekend.
Light heavyweights were tremendous in that day and age. Mid 70s, early 80s. But yeah, he was a good fighter, John Conte.
And I'm trying not to do a one-off with the Glory Days. I want to try to make it a series of fights and eventually have my own champions, and kind of like what I do with GSW.
Yeah, with wrestling. That's what I give. I think Dave and I are a little more. We like to. Well, Dave, I like to do one-offs because something pops into my head. I'm like, I want to do that. Now Dave finished a longer project with Replay Basketball, which was fun.
No, I haven't finished it yet. I'm still. I'm like 15, 16 games in.
Okay, the Bruins, the Celtics,
Boston Celtics. Yeah.
Now that's your longest project to date, correct?
I did 2 long projects. I did a quick play game, Downey's Final Score Hockey.
Yep.
I replayed every game of the 70-71 season, including playoffs. That half the battle was just setting it up because who's playing who, offense versus defense, add the home ice in, get a final rating. And then you roll the dice and you're done, so it was fast. But I did every game. And then I did in shootout hockey, I did all the 73-74 California Seals games. Just the Seals.
Wow.
Now I've just started 70-71. The entire season was shootout. And I'm almost through October. I'm on October 30th. The season started
with shootout hockey every game.
I started it. Yeah. Yeah. So, but again, it only takes 15, 20 minutes to play a game of shootout, and then it takes me a couple minutes to put in the stats into the stat program. So I wanted to try. I know it's going to take me months, and I'm not rushing. And I haven't played in a couple of days because I've been playing APA, So, but it's a fun game at night. I'll come down here at night after I'm done with everything. I'll sit down and I'll play a few games, and then in the morning while I'm having coffee or whatever, I'll put in the stats. It's kind of how I do it.
Quick thing, Dave. How's your hockey league go? I mean, the real hockey league. Because I watched the you had put up
there.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, that was the ice hockey league. Yeah, they're finally getting up to speed now. Yeah. Now that everybody's getting their shots, everybody feels like they can live through this thing.
I had my first shot Friday.
Yeah.
How'd that go, Al? How'd that go with your shot?
I'll tell you, Friday wasn't bad. I started to get tired. Teresa took me just in case because I took her for her second shot, and it's like you got punched in the arm after a little while. It wasn't horrible. We did a little shopping, went out to have a bite to eat. By the nighttime, I was debating whether we were going to do that's why I was a little later with the wrestling with Tom and yourself. Mm-hmm. I was like, I still feel okay, but I started to get really tired, right? And today I was real tired and run down. I took a couple of naps. I feel much better, knock on wood. So it wasn't bad. I go for my second May 7th.
Yeah, because they don't have the one and done anymore. They got rid of Johnson and Johnson.
Well, I didn't want the one and done. I saw people get the two shotters. I know no one turned into a zombie after that one. Johnson and Johnson, the people who brought you, rub this on your balls and unfortunately get a bad thing. Johnson. Do you remember Johnson and Johnson, the baby shampoo, right? Remember?
Yes. No more tears.
Doesn't burn your eyes, they said. That's
and it burned your eyes. Yeah.
It burned my eyes as a kid. Johnson and Johnson.
Always use the adult shampoos.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No more tears. Was it no more tears?
No more tears.
Yes.
And I sat there at work and I went, someone's like, I'd rather get the this was a day before, unfortunately. I don't want to make light of something. Unfortunately, they had issues with the shot. I wish it would work right so people can get their shots. But they had the shot. And before that, I go, I want to get a shot from them. I go, don't you remember when you were a kid and you had to wash your hair with the not supposed to make you cry? I go, that crap made me cry all the time. I'm a kid. I don't know how to wash my hair.
It was a little better than normal shampoo. I will say it was a little better. But if you got it in your eye, it's still burning, but not nearly as some of the other ones.
Oh my God. It was, and they're like, I go, yeah, no, I don't want that one. And then unfortunately that happened we have Jamie. How you doing?
Hello, Jamie.
He says he felt tired after his first shot, but was
after his fist shot.
Ooh.
So I don't know what he's into over there, but I mean, that's
did he actually say that? He did, Jamie.
I guess. I mean,
hey, to each is their own. Whatever turns you on, man. No more tears.
No more tears. Ozzy Osbourne.
Our good friend Patch 83. But yeah, so a little jocularity. I like to use that word jocularity a lot at work, and they look at me. I'm like, didn't you watch MASH?
Yeah, Father Mulcahy.
Jocularity.
William Christopher.
I was going to do something. I'm going to say it. I thought of people probably don't remember this cereal, but it failed in about the mid 70s. It was John Holmes cereal. Gets hard in milk.
Dave is speechless, and rightfully so.
Do you guys remember You guys remember the Pink Panther cereal from the 70s?
Yes, it was good.
Yes,
it was.
Remember you had you know what? Why this? I was making all of these weird because we were looking up cereals. Something popped up, John Holmes, and no.
You're gonna crack me up all night with that, Al.
But we went back to look at the cereals we ate as kids, Teresa and I. Now I remember the Smurfs, which was basically the round Kix sort of cereal. But we were talking about Count Chocula, right?
That's my favorite all time.
Count Chocula?
All time.
What's your favorite cereal in the chat? Put it in there now. So Count Chocula, I like that one. I didn't like Blueberry because I didn't like Blueberry at the time. But I like, who was the pink?
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry. I like that one.
Frankenberry. Strawberry. I didn't like it.
I eat a lot of Fruit Loops. when I was a kid.
Yeah, food
I
was
did too.
bad.
Rice Krispies I liked. Then they had different versions of Rice Krispies. It was all Rice Krispies. Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Then what
And
was
Cocoa
the chocolate
Pebbles.
one?
Cocoa
Chocolate
Pebbles.
I still got scars on the top of the roof of my mouth from Captain Crunch, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that with Teresa yesterday. I go, I didn't like Captain Crunch. They had the best toys, though.
But that was not a good cereal for kids.
It killed you.
If you want
It
to keep
killed
your
your
teeth
mouth.
together.
Then the other one, Grape Nuts. My joke was, we've done this before. You can pave your driveway with Grape Nuts. Stays hard in milk. Well, so does John Holmes cereal. But you don't see me putting that shit in my mouth.
Absolutely not.
Super Sugar.
Yeah, that was another good one. Yep.
Fruity Pebbles. Cheerios. I like Cheerios.
I still eat Cheerios.
Captain Crunch. Oh, I like Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes is another favorite of mine. Yeah.
Lucky Charms. That was a good one.
How about
Cocoa
Sugar
Puff.
Smacks? Sugar Smacks. I think their cartoon character was some sort of toad.
Yeah, it was a frog or a toad. Golden Grams.
Golden Grams,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were pretty good.
I always thought it was kind of so-so.
You know which ones I liked? I had a love-hate relationship with the wheat that had the mini wheat with sugar on one side. What the hell? Frosted wheat? Frosted mini wheats.
Oh yes.
I
Frosted
kind of
Mini
liked
Wheats.
them. Then I kind of didn't like them. I don't know. D. Scott Howard, how you doing, my friend? Trix was good. Silly.
What about
Rat.
Apple Jacks, guys? Apple Jacks. A is for Apple.
Look at
J is
that.
for
That's
Jacks.
awesome.
This guy was great.
Don't forget.
1963, the coolest beer and cereal was born. Super Sugar Crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Fruit the Brute in the Monster series of cereals? I don't remember that.
No.
Bear's Den. I don't remember that. Honeycombs. They had a cool commercial. Oh, Honeycombs had a cool commercial. I remember that.
I like Frosted Mini Weeks too. Yep,
I
good.
had a love-hate relationship with them. Sometimes I liked them, sometimes I didn't. Apple Jacks were good. I liked Apple Jacks.
Yeah, I still eat Apple Jacks. I will.
Cinnamon Toast
Crunch.
which I clicked on the wrong thing.
No, definitely not.
Our good friend Patch likes cinnamon toast.
That's terrible. Terrible.
There it is. Honeycomb Hideout. I remember the commercial. I was like, they had a cool commercial. Steeler fan, our good friend AKA Matt, says, now I have to buy cereal from the old and farts a lot aisles. That's me.
Yeah. Very true.
Anyway, sugar was good when we were kids. I liked sugar. I can't have a lot of it now.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, stuff's like too sweet nowadays. I was like,
Pop-Tarts.
wow, this is really sweet.
Have you ever tried, Paul, and then Dave first, then Paul? Okay, years ago, I had Pop-Tarts in a long time. I probably have told this on another chat with Al, but it's been a while, so I don't remember. I'm old. I was like, I used to like the chocolate Pop-Tarts with like the chocolate little frosting.
Oh, yeah.
I can't eat those.
Oh,
I thought
way
my
too
teeth
sweet.
were going to melt. In fact, one did. Right there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I can't eat those anymore. They're just too sweet. Is there anything like? I can still eat Hostess cupcakes though.
Yeah.
Those I like. I'm not supposed to eat them. I sneak one in once.
I got some
Enterman's
sugar-free brownies that were good.
Yeah.
Enterman's chocolate donuts has been a long time favorite of mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Yep.
I like Entenmann's. They're not bad. There's some donuts you buy in the super, like the ones in the box. They're not bad at all. Hostess, if you eat them in a day or two, they're not dreadful. They're donuts. I like them.
Of course, Twinkies got famous for a bad reason because of the what happened in San Francisco in the late 70s.
What happened?
The mayor of San Francisco,
when he got shot.
And that was the start of the Twinkie defense because the guy ate a whole bunch of Twinkies right before.
That's what he's. I remember that was on the news. They showed that. Unfortunately, I didn't know he had the Twinkie defense. Twinkie must have loved that.
Yeah, it couldn't have been good for them. Although they've been in business since, so it couldn't have been too terrible.
I think Patch is right. A lot of stuff they changed their recipe. Another thing is the size of like stuff. Maybe when we were smaller, it looked bigger, but you go
it's definitely small. There's been videos on YouTube I watched where it showed like the size of a something back in the day, and now the size of it now, and it's small.
I'm sitting there going, this is like a half of one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, all right. Next subject, Godzilla versus King Kong. Everyone's been waiting for it. I've watched the movie. I know Uncle Dave, you've watched the movie. Paulie, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
I've seen
Tell
it twice.
me about it.
I started to watch it a third time the other day.
I'm going to watch it again before it goes off because I really did enjoy it.
Me too. Yeah.
Tell us, one, I'll say it lived up to what a Godzilla King Kong movie should be. And Dave, tell us, it was fabulous in my opinion. Tell us what you thought.
Enjoyed that. If you treat it like a Godzilla movie, it was a Godzilla movie, and I like Godzilla, and I always have. If you look for something else, I mean, you can find fault with it if you want, but I mean, it's a whole monsterverse, is what it is. It's got Godzilla and King Kong, and there's a whole Hollow Earth thing going on that they've been talking about. That they think Godzilla used to swim through the middle of the Earth. That's how he got around so fast.
It was a cool little side,
So that's what they thought. And one of the Godzilla movies, they found some stuff in Middle Earth, and now they found it again with this movie here. But I like it. I like the MonsterVerse. The idea of just these big, huge things running around in the world are great. I just feel so bad for these cities just get destroyed.
Decimated.
Like, why would you bother building them up again if they're just going to get destroyed again?
I tell you what I enjoyed. It was some of the best wrestling writing. I took it like I don't want to give too much away. All I can say was I'm watching the movie and Teresa looks at me and goes, how did you know that? I go, they're playing the monkey. They're playing him. He's too stupid to understand. Godzilla's not the bad guy, but everyone hates Godzilla. And there's a scene where Godzilla sort of looks at King Kong, in my opinion, goes, listen, dumbass, I'm not the problem. Okay. There's another problem that now that I just did something, I'm going to go take care of that problem. Moron. It was just really, I loved everything about the movie. I love that they had the evil company trying to, why would you believe these people? Why would you? It was fun though.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it very much.
Was it not wild when they had the fight on the boats?
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
That was outstanding.
Yeah, he's running on the boats. That was fantastic.
When it starts off and King Kong's like in that enclosure, you don't realize it yet, and he gets pissed and he throws the thing at the thing. It was just a fun movie. I highly recommend it if you like Godzilla. They stuck to the proper genre of a Godzilla movie. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like the Matthew Broderick one where Godzilla was he can have his own babies. I'm like, listen, Godzilla.
I thought that was all right. Everyone hated that one. I didn't hate it.
Godzilla's not a bad guy in my book, even when they play him up to be a bad guy. Like when he was fighting Mothra, I was rooting for Godzilla. Who the hell wants a moth to win? And those two little Japanese ladies.
Mothra always dies.
I hated Mothra.
Terrible.
The only time I thought Godzilla was really going to lose, and I'm not talking about the first fight with King Kong. That was bullshit. He got screwed out of the decision. He should have won that. When he fought the smog monster, you remember that one?
Oh, yeah, and here's his eye. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one for my boy Godzilla. But it's a fun movie, good popcorn fun.
There was one, too, that there was a space Godzilla that was like
metal,
sucking his energy and growing and growing. Yep. So he was like bigger than Godzilla. It's like, man, how are you going to beat him now?
You know, it was one of my favorite old school monster movies. Remember, there's a couple of different names, I think. I call it Monster Island. And I think it's also King of the Monsters. All the monsters are on this one island. And then like
is that the one the kid was having the dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the early 70s, late 70s, mid 70s. That was awesome. I always enjoyed.
The more monsters, the better. I always like
absolutely. Yeah. And I tell you, if you like wrestling, you'll like this movie because if you pay attention, it's a whole wrestling script when it comes to King Kong and Godzilla. What about Rodan?
NWA, yes.
Oh, Rodan?
Yeah. He was the pterodactyl. You remember him?
Yeah.
They flipped him from face to heel more times in different movies.
Yeah.
He'd be a good guy one time, a bad guy the next time. I see the thing with me with those monster movies, because again, when I was a kid, I loved wrestling. It was like watching two dudes in a suit wrestle. You know, it was just, I love that. And then they had Gamera. Remember the turtle? Yeah, exactly.
Gamera sucked.
That was a weak version of a Godzilla character. Why didn't Mothra ever fly into a light pole? I wish it would. I hated Mothra. I never liked Mothra.
What was the one? My favorite one was I think they had Ghidra in it. The three-headed.
The three-headed. That's the one.
It was remember it was the people under the sea. It was the Seatopia.
Yep. But didn't Godzilla kill one of the heads?
Seatopians.
Yeah.
So we live under the sea.
Remember Godzilla? His son had the puff and it killed one of the dragons. Yep. That's another thing people don't know. Godzilla was a single father. You have to remember that.
And he was working too. He was working.
And a working single father. I love Godzilla. Maybe a little too much, but I love him.
I think my favorite Godzilla movie was the one where they went. They found Ghidorah on the bottom of the sea and they kind of repaired him. They brought him back to life as like half robot, half Ghidorah. And there was a time travel thing in that one too, where they went back in time, and that's how Ghidorah was born somehow. And there was aliens that went back in time and tried to screw up the Earth timeline. That was always my favorite one. I forget what the name of it was, but it was a good one.
It was just
that
fun.
one.
Anyway, my point being, this new Godzilla King Kong movie, to me, it was fun, just like old school. And the graphics were fun. And you again, like Uncle Dave said, it's a Godzilla King Kong movie. But the storyline wasn't bad. I thought the storyline was pretty good.
It was fine. Yep.
You know? Yep.
Johnny Sacco and his flying robot.
So is that Mr. Sacco?
Godzilla versus Hedra, the smog monster, is my favorite.
I saw that in the theater.
Against the smog monster? I would have. I told Teresa they're opening up a drive movie theater. Oh my god!
Drive-in.
Drive-in. Thank you. Just in the next town. I said, I swear to God, if King Kong Godzilla goes there, we're gonna go. I want to watch that on the big screen. Yeah. I enjoyed it. How did you like that you had the ability to watch that movie at home? You know, I think that's a good idea.
I kind of liked it, yeah, because it's fun going to the theater and stuff. But here's the big thing: being an old man that I am, you're watching it and you can pause and go to the bathroom.
Yes,
because when I go to the theater, I usually like to sit in the back. I got to run down to the front and then run out and then run down the corridor to the bathroom and then do it all over again. And I miss 2 to 3 minutes easy of the movie, you know, and I don't miss any of the movie if I'm at home.
No, I like that. D. Scott Howard, Raymond Burr, he was in the first Godzilla, and there's no monster. It was just Godzilla versus toys.
You know, obviously you know, but Raymond Burr was added as the American version,
right?
Because he's not in the Japanese version.
No,
if
it was
I've
for the
seen
U.S.
real Japanese version, it's very different. You know,
for the U.S. audience,
they cut out a lot of things. There was a lot of political stuff going on with the war and stuff that they cut out.
Yep.
And so Raymond Burr, I thought they did a good job with Raymond Burr in that. I have no problem.
I'm surprised they got that big of a star to do.
Yeah.
That I'd be interested to know how much they paid Raymond Burr to do that.
George, I'm signing off. George. The monster's broken through the barricade. Tokyo is defenseless.
Yeah, they put up the police tape. Stop, Godzilla. Stop.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you gotta stop him.
It's a no-gun zone, Godzilla. Get out of here.
Yes. No monster zone. That should stop him. But I did enjoy the movie. It was fun. I haven't enjoyed a movie like that in a long time.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, I watched Coming to America too. It was okay. It got better as it went, I thought. A little too much certain things in there I didn't care for. It was okay.
I like Godzilla. There was no junk. I'm just gonna say junk.
Yes.
Like a lot of movies today, they put stuff in junk in the movie, even Star Wars, to a point where it's like, wow, you could have left that scene out, but you had to put it in to make your point.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Just
that's a great point. And that's what I mean with the Godzilla. I think that was a movie I just sat there and enjoyed, because that's what a movie is for. That type of,
I escaped real life with Godzilla, and there was nobody reminded me about real life in this movie.
No, it was just fun. Anyway, that's all we'll say about that. It was fun. I highly recommend it. So, next subject. What do we want to talk about?
Yes, sir.
What do we want to talk about?
Oh,
Silence is no good for the chat people.
Silence of the Lambs. Another good movie.
Oh.
Jodie Foster.
Silence of the Lambs. Did you ever think you'd like a dude who ate other people? Hannibal Lecter. You kind of sitting there going, hey, he's kind of he's not that bad of a fella. Sure, he butterflied those people, but he was in a cage. He wanted to go home. I'm not supposed to root for him. I didn't want to. Clarice. Remember when he made that guy kill himself?
Oh my God.
You've seen Silence of the Lambs, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember there was a guy who was like a couple of cells down, and he made the guy kill himself just constantly talking to him. Anyway. Okay. Has everyone seen Misery?
No, but I've read the plot in Wikipedia, so I'm familiar with it.
Okay, Misery. I'll just give you the quick thing. It's James Caan is a writer. He's kidnapped by a crazy woman.
Kathy Bates
plays the crazy woman, right? But here it is. This is going to lead into everyone's going to come up with the stupidest character they've seen in a movie. Chat, think of the stupidest character, and I'm going to give you the gist of where the stupidest character falls in. Towards the end of the movie, the sheriff of this small town figures out what's going on. Now he's going to go to Crazy Lady's house.
Oh, big mistake.
Exactly. So if I'm the sheriff, I must have some deputies, right? Even if they're part-time, right? Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to get on the phone, right? I'm going to get on the phone. Okay. Say, Paulie?
Yes.
We got to go. We got to go down to Crazy Nut Lady house, and we got to just check out something. Okay. You get ready. I'll come by with the truck and get the big shotgun. Okay, good.
And I'll quickly write my will.
And now I go, Uncle Dave. Yeah, me and Paulie, we're gonna come by. We're gonna pick you up. Put the deputy badge. Yeah. Go find it. Go find it. Okay, put the badge on, and get the big shotgun, not the small one. And we're gonna go to Crazy Lady's house and check out something. But that's what I would do. But what does the guy do in Misery?
I'm ready.
Exactly. He's ready. Uncle Dave's ready. What does the guy do? He shows up by himself, and she's like, I'm so sorry. It was a car accident, and he's down cellar. Things not to do, folks. Things not to do. Don't walk down the cellar and let Crazy Lady behind you with a revolver, and boom! I'm like, you have to be the dumbest man in America.
Yeah.
So that's how. So who's the dumbest character besides Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz?
Uh-huh. That's a Stephen King novel. You wouldn't think somebody so doofus-like would be in a Stephen King.
My wife was watching a movie that was similar to that. It was about a lady that was giving her daughter dog medicine that kept her paralyzed, so she could care for it. And I was like, I can't watch this. And she's like, so she's like wheeling down the street to the pharmacy because they cut her internet, and the whole bit. So she snuck out somehow. She got to the pharmacy while they were running errands. They're like, what is this medicine? And like, oh, that's for dogs. It's supposed to, help them and numb them, but taking too much of it could paralyze you. you know, and then the mother like grabs her and brings her home. She's just like, somebody help. She's like, my daughter's insane. Don't worry about her. You know, and I couldn't watch it. I go, why? I can't.
You know what that reminds me of, Dave? The Clint Eastwood. I will never watch it. Clint Eastwood was a Civil War soldier from the north.
Oh yes, the
What
Beguile.
the hell was that called?
I think
Anyway,
it's the
he
Beguile.
comes across and he hides at this boarding school for girls. And Clint's like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
Very good movie.
And he basically has full contact hugging with every chick at this boarding school except for the old lady. And I remember watching this going, Clint, you might want to have full contact hugging with the old lady because she's cool. And she basically knocks him out. They chop his leg off for no reason. And then at the end, she poisons him. I'm like, Clint, come on. Clint, dumbest man in America in that one.
Hey, let me change the subject. When you guys play offline,
Yeah,
this is for the chat room too. Okay, I know we all stream and stuff like that. When you're playing by yourself, you're sitting home, you got the house to yourself, you got your Ovaltine, and you're playing your game. Do you guys like broadcast the game?
Oh yeah, in my head, I do it out loud.
I mean, do you sit there and talk about what's going on in the game, and then
absolutely.
For me, so and so, it depends on the game. Like Glory Days, I'll think, okay, it's a 41 on the outside. It's gonna be 3 punches, and now we'll roll again. I just go through the mechanics verbally of what's going on.
I agree with Paulie because when I'm playing Panther baseball, just so I continue to know what I'm doing, I talk out what happens, but then I'm also doing play-by-play. And that's what
I have to entertain myself when I do this, no matter what game it is, and even shootout, it's a fast game, but it's like, okay, 3 minutes off the clock, and now it's okay. Now the Bruins get scoring chance for the Bruins. It's Esposito over the blue line. Esposito, he's got to walk in. He's in close. He goes to the backhand. Saved by Dryden. And I do all that because I play these games to get these moments in my head.
Here's one. I'm playing offline, digital diamond baseball, 1961. Yastrzemski's first year. I put one game up just to show the new digital diamond baseball, and actually a lot of people liked it. But because they're sort of overperforming and they're not a good team, and I'm like constantly when I'm rolling, I'm just I got to get at least a red 7, because it's the 100 percentile kind of thing. And man, I get so disappointed. It's like really 3 double plays in 3 consecutive, but I do that. And that's been fun. We've talked about this. I like to play teams I like if I'm doing a project, a long one. So I play a lot of Red Sox stuff. Paulie, you do a lot more different teams when you stream, but do you play anything when you're playing it offline? Are you playing like, say, the Tampa Bay because you're a big Tampa Bay fan?
Well, one of my projects is the Tampa Bay Lightning. And
with
FHM7
manager.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I have a hard time playing these games when I'm not streaming them. I mean, I do for Glory Days Boxing, and I do with the Grand Slam Wrestling. But, it's everything now that I'm a year into this channel. It's like if I'm playing action PC football, if I'm not doing HDFL, I really don't have an interest in playing action PC football. It's kind of weird because it used to be the other way around with me. That make any sense?
No, it does, I guess. I like... to me, when I play games, and I'll ask Dave, it's my escape. So
yeah.
But I understand.
Very true with me.
Because Uncle Ron Juckett, remember he says like when he's playing stuff offline, he's not playing action PC baseball because he's doing that whole 1949 season. So I can see that.
I like to mix it up. I like to, like I said, I'm doing my shootout full season replay, and every now and then I'll stream a game, something that I think somebody be interested in. A lot of stuff I'm interested in. I don't think anybody else would be, so to speak. So, like I said, I play a lot of the obscure games. So if there's a, one of the games on my list to play for Apple Hockey, it's Buffalo Sabres and the Cleveland Barons, and Buffalo won the game 13-3. I'm going to replay that game. I don't think anybody else would care, so I'm not going to stream it. But for me, I love those bizarre score games, you know what I mean? Or a big upsetting or whatever. So, and I want to play some of these games, and I checked off a whole bunch of games that I want to play with the seasons I got. And I don't think I'm going to stream many of those, but like tonight I streamed game 1 of the Boston, New Jersey series.
But I think that's a good one to stream, the one you did tonight, because
that was a good one there. I'll play a few offline if I have a deciding game at some point. If the series goes 3-2 or something like that, and I get a deciding game 6 or 7, I'll definitely stream that one there. But sometimes it's fun to stream and all. Sometimes it's like I just don't want to. Like, I'm doing a lot of Apple right now. I just don't want to Apple everybody out,
As we just get back to the movies real quick, he said, any teenager in a slasher movie, dumbest person ever. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You think they could play? Could I play somebody with more intelligence, please?
There was I don't know if it was a comedy or a slasher movie, and it had a lot of nudity in it, right?
That's another thing.
A lot of hot babes in this movie, and so the movie ended, and I forget if it must have been a comedy horror or something, right? And so the end of the movie came, no, I forget what it was now, but it's one of the, I think it was on it was either on the DVD at the end of the movie, and they're like, okay, here's just the boob scenes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and so any scene that had boobs in it, they just strung them all together. So it was like 5 or 10 minutes long. Here's all the boobs.
That's how Jamie Lee Curtis got it going.
That's right.
So you used to interview yourself. Yeah, that's cool too. Well, how'd you do in this game? Well, we worked as a team and we trailed in the end, but we got a big goal at the end of the period there, a touchdown. Yeah. So yeah.
I remember as a kid, because baseball was my favorite sport along with boxing and stuff like that. But baseball was a game. I'm not even talking like card and dice or video games or any type of that. Baseball was a game where I figured out all kinds of different ways, just like all my friends, whether you played wiffle ball, 1 against 1, 2 against 2, or if you just took like a tennis ball or a rubber ball and you throw it off the house. And I do commentary all the time, because now I'm thinking about what I'd be in the backyard throwing it and go, and Lynn makes the diving catch. And it's amazing when I was the Yankees, how I can't get there.
Yeah. I remember I used to live across the street from a park, and I remember I was going over in November one time. It was a snowstorm in November. I went over there by myself with a Nerf football, and I'm like, here we are in Minnesota in a blizzard. And I remember throwing the ball around and kicking it just by myself because I was playing in the snow. No one else was around, but I did own up myself.
That was. Did you guys now, Polly? You've been in Florida. Have you always lived in Florida, Polly?
With the exception of 3 times. I lived in Marietta, Georgia in 96. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina in 99, 2000. And a couple times I lived in Las Vegas.
But I know exactly what you're saying, Uncle Dave Gardner. It would snow, and we want to get outside, especially if it's like snow and you could eat quick. And I'd look at my parents, come on, can I go outside? When you're younger, and it's a school, like, okay, you can go out for a little while and play football. And it's snowing, and we're all thinking snow day. And that was the best. Yeah. Like if you actually did get the snow day and you're outside playing and you're thinking maybe we're not having school tomorrow, and we're playing football in the street and it's snow and you're sliding all over the place, having fun. Yeah. That was
that's one of the best things about these tabletop games that I'm playing now is that I play them all by myself. And, I can't find anybody to play around here and whatever it is. So it's like I play myself and I just have a blast. And
it's
I don't have to wait for anybody. Nope. I don't, whatever. It's just play and have fun.
It's the immersion of playing these games.
Yes.
What I like saying, just visualizing, whether it's Mickey Mantle or Roger Maris or Hank Aaron, or if you're a big hockey fan, Dave, so it's the hockey players you liked. Paulie, you like football and wrestling, and I know, like, when I play a game, I'm talking card and dice now. I'm not talking like OTP, which I enjoy. I can visualize it. And sometimes it's better than I think if I had it on a video game screen.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, it's like reading a book compared to watching
Yep.
a movie. You know, it's all in your mind. You know, and so you visualize the rink. I visualize the uniforms they're wearing. You know, I visualize the crowd going crazy on a bad ref call or something like that. So,
Question from KFabs. Big Paulie, did you play poker professionally in Vegas?
No, I did not, because there was a sim I did. I have a program on my computer called DD Poker.
I saw that when you
and it like simulates being in a poker tournament. And I had great luck in this tournament. You know, you're playing against 49 versions of the computer AI, and I happened to luck out near the end, and I happened to win it. So you don't win any money for it, of course. Now. To answer your question, I did play online poker before they shut that down in 2011, and I played in a scoop event, and I made $450 off of that.
Excellent. Hockey Unreal. He says, we had oh God, here it is. We had an unfinished basement for years in the house I grew up in as a kid. It was great arena to house an imaginary hockey league. That's
yeah, we had a spare room that we did. You know how we made the nets back then? We took 2 chairs, right, and faced them away from each other, right?
Okay.
And then we took a big blanket and threw it over the chairs and put like weights on the seats of the chairs, so it tightened the blanket up. So the crossbar was the blanket, if you follow that, and the rest of the blanket fell back in behind the chairs for the net. So that was our net. We took 2 chairs with a huge blanket, weighted them down, and we had nets. And we used to take little pillows and stick them under the feet of the chairs so that the puck couldn't go on the other side of the post.
Do you remember Uncle Dave Little's here? How you doing? I sent you an email.
Hello, Dave.
Little, if you're still up and want to join in. Oh, I don't know if I sent him the link though. If you want to, shoot me an email. There was like different types of version of little Nerf basketball. It wasn't even like the Nerf basketball, but it had a basketball hoop that you would stick on the, like you.
Oh yeah,
I got that for Christmas in '76.
I played. Yep. And it didn't have to be the Nerf one. There are all kinds of knockoff versions. I was huge into, when I was a kid, I was fascinated by the Big East. I'm talking real, UConn wasn't even that good then. And that was the closest. I used to root for UConn and BC because they were the closest.
Georgetown, St. John's, Villanova. They were usually the big 3.
Now in our kitchen, I love talking about this stuff because I have no one else to talk to about this stuff. Right? Mm-hmm. In the kitchen, the cellar. You went down the door and you led the way this house went into the cellar. So I had it pinned. Like you lick the things and you stick it on there, right? And I would play for hours. Yeah. And I would just be chucking up shots, playing.
The problem is though, is that when we used to stick it on the door frame.
Yeah.
There was hardly enough room under the ceiling to really get. So it's like
I put it down a little. I know what you mean. I put it because I had the same issues. I put it a little lower, and I would actually play. Because when you're a kid, you could do. I played like on my knees, sort of. If I got in too close, you had to, like throw from your knees. All the goofy rules I had in my head, but God. I had more fun with that game. It was just like you stick it on the door. It was just hilarious. D. Smith, how you doing?
Hello, D.
Oh, Syracuse, yeah, in the Big East.
We all were.
I had the jumbo arrangement where they give you this big Nerf basketball and not a big hoop like you would.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But the basketball wouldn't hold together. The basketball would very easily get chewed up.
Yep. Super toe. Okay. I think.
Yes.
These are the ones you smacked on the head.
Had them all. The hockey, the football, had them all.
But the football, in my opinion, I had the basketball, which you hit the guy and he kind of. And actually, if you got in a good rhythm and you lined him up right, you just canned shots left and right. But the football, before they screwed up the football, we've talked to this before, long time ago on Chat With That. We'd have tournaments at my friend's house because he had it, and you'd be at the other end of the room, and you'd be like, boom!
That thing went far, yep.
You could whack them far. The new ones you couldn't. They softened up the football. It was hilarious. Oh, Super Jocks, right? Was it called Super Jocks?
Super Jocks, yeah.
They had
Yeah,
a
the football
basketball
one was
one and a
great.
football one, and as Dave's saying, they
The
must have had a hockey one
the
too.
hockey
They didn't have a hockey one.
I don't remember. How was that one? Was there two things with that? Like a goalie and a
Hockey
shooter?
had a goalie, yeah. On a big long stick, you had the goalie.
Okay.
And-
that one I don't think I ever played, but that was a lot of fun.
Oh, lawn jots. We still play lawn jots. We have some bootleg jots.
Lawn jarts. Let's just go to Steeler fan. I made my first dice football game. We'll get the lawn jarts because those are the best. Give a kid a spear and let him go. That's fun for the whole family. That's all I say. Steeler fan, aka Matt, says, I made my first dice football game when I was 9. I also had all 28 teams in electric football. So I played the big players of my games out by hand with little players with highlight. Oh, that's cool. Lawn jarts now. Who thought that up? Right?
We you know something? We played as kids and we never had an issue. We were little kids. We played with our grandparents. Never had an issue with lawn jots.
But we threw that, and again, I've talked to this before, but we threw those things at everything. I mean, a tree.
You elected to receive?
Yeah. We threw. And I've told this story where the kid goes, "You think we could throw that?" There's like 9 of us because we always had a bunch of kids we hung out with, and one of us is like, "You think?" He goes, "I don't think you could throw that through that guy's into the garage, like the garage." And so the kid goes, "I can do it." And he wings it, right? And it freaking put a hole. So there was you know how the yards are, backyard, fence, but the garage for the other guy's house was part of the boundary, right? Meaning part of, and we're like, oh shit. And little Stevie goes, "No one, my parents don't come behind the shed. Don't worry." And we're like all happy. Well, it wasn't his parents. It was the neighbors who parked the car and realized there's a hole in there. They took the lawn jarts away from us after that. We could never.
Do you know what I did one time as a kid? We were playing street hockey in the driveway with a tennis ball, right? And I took a shot and I missed the net. And I like, we couldn't find the ball. Right? We're looking where did the ball go? We're looking under the car. We're looking in the snow. I couldn't figure out where the ball went. So we went back to where I took the shot, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where the tennis ball was? It was in the exhaust pipe of the car.
No way.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
And we tried for hours to do it again, and we couldn't do it. That shot landed in the exhaust. Where'd it go? Holy crap, it's in the exhaust pipe.
Oh, my God. So Steve Tower brought up the lawn jarts, and he says, we had some serious competition. Oh, yeah. There was another one. To be serious, that was a fun game. I mean, we did play it correctly, too, but it was taken away from us when we would throw it at things. We couldn't help it. We were juvenile delinquent. Not too bad. But there was the other one. Like a tic-tac-toe board.
Toss
across.
I love that. That was a fun game. That was a fun game.
I found that at a flea market like 4 or 5 years ago, and I gave it to my brother for Christmas, and it was all intact, all the bean bags.
Really? That was a fun. We played a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
We played a lot of that. Then there was Anthony's played it with his wife.
Arnold.
Yeah, like it's similar. You throw the bean bags, but the one that was a tic-tac-toe, you were trying to get tic-tac-toe, right? If I remember. Yeah, that was a fun game. There was a lot of fun games.
I remember playing that during the Bruins Stanley Cup against the Flyers in 74, 75 or 73, 74. We were watching the series playing that.
Here's one.
That was.
We're going down memory lane.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie still has Evel Knievel stunt cycle. Used to have his rocket plane too. That I watched on YouTube a guy do a whole thing on 70s toys. You know what? Was it you, Uncle Dave, who posted that?
I think I did. Yeah.
I watched that, Teresa and we watched that, and we were like, we had that, didn't have that, didn't have. But 70s toys, it was fab. And Evel Knievel was huge. The $6 Million Man. Oh, yep.
The little eye you look through.
Yep. I told this before. I was the last kid to get $6 Million Man on my block and the first kid to throw it against a TV and see if I could rebuild it. Couldn't.
I got an Evil Knievel story for you guys.
Excellent. Go.
I worked for the St. Petersburg Times for a little bit in the 2000s. And one of the people I wound up calling, excuse me, sir, would you like to buy a subscription for the St. Petersburg Times? That was kind of the shtick you had to say. But I got Evil Knievel's answering machine. And the local radio stations also once called him, and the message goes, "Stop calling me on the phone, you MFer," and it's the sound of him hanging up the phone. So that was his answering machine. That was his answering machine. He didn't like having to deal with people late in his life.
I think he held the record. I'm pretty sure most times on Wide World of Sports.
Oh, that'll never be broken. Probably.
I think Muhammad Ali was
around.
second. I think Muhammad Ali was second. Here's one, Dave and Paulie. Oh, I just missed it. Where is it?
You'll find it.
It was the football, Mattel. Is it this one? No, that's Evil Knievel. We did that one.
In television?
I have that football game. I got it a few years ago. It's a remake of it.
The green one or the
you know what they did though is they added sounds to it, like crowd sounds and stuff.
Oh, really?
Remember before it was just like beep beep beep. Now it's like you score a touchdown, it's like So they kind of revamped it a little bit. It's kind of cool.
You know what was brilliant about that? After you posted that 70s, you know the toys. I was looking at other ones, and Mattel had a gold mine with that, and someone was saying,
I'll get it. Hang on.
Good, get it. Yeah, Mattel had a gold. Now Mattel had football, Paulie.
Yes.
Baseball, soccer. Why am I forgetting a sport?
And
basketball.
Radio Shack had knockoffs of all of them.
Yeah,
and I used to get
hockey.
those.
And I had the Mattel. I had the green one where you could pass the little dot, and I had the baseball game. Was fun. Oh my God! You want to talk about doing commentary?
Yes.
I got that baseball game, and I Yankees, Red Sox, and I would play the game as they're playing the game. And God damn it, I still couldn't beat the Yankees in a freaking fake baseball game. But yeah, I remember that.
The Rays have been drubbing the Yankees lately, so there's that. They were throwing baseballs on the field Friday night because they were upset that they couldn't beat the Rays. The Yankees are in last place in the AL right now. So
Bocce, oh, great game.
Bocce,
yes. I want to say it's Sam who's a big wrestling fan. I could get this wrong. Sam's a big wrestling. I think I'm right there. I think she's a big wrestling fan. I get things mixed up, but okay.
Oh yeah, Dave, you got it.
Now is that the one that you could? Oh, that's the original. Can you pass in that one or no?
No, this is just the wrong one.
My cousins from New York would show me this every time I went up to New Jersey for like summer vacation.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's got the sound effects. Yeah,
tackling sounds. Yeah.
There was another football game that it was like a ball roller sort of, and
Atari did this. Yes.
Oh, the X's and the O's.
But no, but this was I can't say it was a handheld because you actually had to put it on a table to play. It was bigger than the Mattel, and you had to like use your left, right, and you did the ball roller to make the guy run, and you were trying to, and the little guy would like, how can I describe? You know when you were a kid and if you did the cards and they had the little cartoon and they would move, it was basically as you rolled the ball or the ball roller thing, the guy would be like moving, but you were just, it was pretty fun. That was a fun one. That's right. It is Sam and Ben. She's a big wrestling fan. We're going to talk a little wrestling a little bit. Hockey. Sweet. I had the soccer game.
Did they have a basketball one at one time?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Those were, I was just telling them, Dave.
When electronic quarterback. Robert says electronic quarterback from Coleco was the best. Me and my uncle would play all the time. And you hand it back and forth to each other. Play 2-player. That was better than all these. Yeah, electronic quarterback. I try to find that now. It's still going for like $90 to $100 on eBay. It's like holy smoke, yeah.
All right, Sam.
Sam, who's your favorite hockey team? It's very important. Yeah. We'll find out in moments. She puts on a good wrestling show with Ben. I watched it a couple of times when I got back into wrestling. I blame that on Paulie.
Well, wrestling was really big down here in Tampa in the 70s before it really took off again in the 80s because, I lived right by the Tampa circuit. So they would air the matches twice a week. Saturday nights on one of the indie stations, and then Sunday they'd air it on the ABC stations. It was doing such great ratings that they would knock off whatever ABC Sports was doing.
Yeah, wrestling was huge. Here, Sam can stay. She's a Toronto fan, so she can stay. We don't want that other team named. Where was it? Well, I had. What was this one? Talking football with records was cool too. Was that the VCR? Remember, there was a game that you would use a VCR.
Monday Night Football had with the little disc that you put in, the little records.
Maybe that's what he's talking? But there was another one like you use a VCR tape and a
VCR
big play.
football. Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, my friend had it. It sounded cool. Didn't work out the way we thought. Okay, Fab did
it. yeah. Captain Carl's got it right. Mattel's Talking Football. What it is that you would pick your play, right? And you put this disc in it was about this size. This thing was about this size, and you put the record in, right? Yep. And the record was about this big. And on the back of the record would be the defense. So you would say like outside run, and you would put the record in, and the guy you were playing didn't know what you were choosing. So he would spin the record until he saw what defense he wanted. Then he'd push it down, and it would play the play.
Wow.
So it'd be like,
when was that?
Hands off to the running back. He gains 5. He gains 9. Out of bounds. And then you would record the play.
That's pretty cool. When was that? What time period?
Late 70s, early 80s.
Wow. That's pretty cool technology.
Has to be, because I don't remember it.
Who is it? One of the guys that does football games. Is it Eric? Maybe he uses the Monday Night Football for some of his football stuff. Is it Higher Ground?
He uses inside.
It's King Ikebua Higher Ground uses the ABC Monday Night Football to track the plays and the score for his game.
I did not know that.
He doesn't use the record spot, but he uses the field.
Oh,
interesting. I have to look that one up. That's cool. They had a lot of fun games. I mean, I was just telling when you went to get your Mattel game, that the baseball one, I'd sit there when the Yankees and Red Sox were playing, that thing's in my hand, and I'm playing Yankees, Red Sox, and I still lose. That's probably the first time, I'm doing play-by-play, the little handheld Mattel baseball game. There are penalties, too, in that game. Interesting.
Yeah, a game that old having penalties in it, that was, and even the intelligent television game didn't have that. At least the first one.
One of the best.
Al, I'm sharing a screen right now.
Okay, I'm going to click on it. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
that is nice. So this is from the mid 70s.
Excuse me. So there's the little record player thing.
Wow. Very elaborate for that time frame.
Absolutely.
And so there's your little field market. So that's the field that he uses to do first downs and to move the ball and stuff. And then you get a little scoreboard there that you put together.
That's pretty cool.
And there's the records.
Looks like about maybe half a dozen of them.
Yeah, you get 6 or 7 plays. You probably had a kick in there too. Actually, no, it might be closer to 10 or 12 of those things.
That might be right. Yeah.
I could see where that's a lot of fun. Sam says, Al, Red Sox fan, your streams have taught me enough about football that I can now annoy my cousins and Zeos.
So see the plays on the back. You get blitz, and you try to guess what they're going to run for a play.
So did each person have one of those?
Well, offense would flip one side and defense would pick the other side. So you'd put in the play. See how short pass, blitz?
Yep.
So if you chose short pass, the other guy, if he chose short pass, he'd probably stop the play. So
I am in awe of this.
I've never played that. I never seen it. I mean, I know electric football. We've talked about it. You spend 15 minutes setting up.
So it plays like a record player.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty ingenious. I love I to be honest with you, I would love just to have that field when I play. I I have a decent feel at the Tarkenton game that I haven't, played in a while, but that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, we played that as a kid. That was fun. And it would say the play too. I didn't play the audio, but it would.
I appreciate that.
Hand off, fumble. There'll be a fumble in there once in a while, and it's picked up by the defense.
So Jamie says Google Superstar Football. I don't remember that one.
Apparently, it's an electric football game.
Yeah, Monday Night Football game might lend itself really well to an upgrade with today's technology. That would be cool. But that'd be so Jamie mentioned now again because there we go right here. Superstar Football. I believe Uncle Dave Gardner's on that as we speak.
Yeah. So let me share what I found here.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're having a good time. We're having a fun time. We'll go a little longer.
Absolutely.
So this is what I found.
Ooh,
oh, wow.
This was in the 70s. Holy, that's pretty cool, Dave and Paulie, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Not bad. Did you ever play on the Sega Genesis Joe Montana's Talking Football?
I did. I did. And the play-by-play announcer sounds an awful like Jack Buck.
That was not one of my favorite games.
Pass the receiver, he gains 5. Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, very staccato like play-by-play.
Yeah.
Like Jack Buck would do.
I tell you, so this was, did he say it was in the 70s? I would assume later 70s.
That is amazing.
What do you think of that, though, for that time period, guys?
What would you play this on, though?
I don't know. What was this played on? Was it a handheld game? I can't believe it's a handheld game.
No way. No way that technology could exist in 79. Sure somebody
64?
didn't travel back in time and develop this in 79? Because this is just Nintendo 10-yard flight 84. Yeah.
If they did an updated version of this, and you could play just like play calling where I don't have to do, the thumb thing.
That is phenomenal.
I think that's amazing. Was this played on it had to be some sort of PC, I would think, right?
Maybe this is a remake of the original. I'd have to
think so, Dave.
Let me see what else I can find, because that doesn't look anything like,
Strat could learn from. Actually, it'd be cool if Strat did that, or Action PC. I like and I enjoy both games. I'm just saying that's interesting. Patch is the same. Maybe it's an upgrade version of something from the 70s.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I would be shocked by those. You probably guys are right. Oh, he says that's not the same game. Well, whatever it is, it was pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Even for today's standards, that would be awesome.
I found another one.
Uncle Dave found another one. I love looking at old games. Oh, let me share.
So this is also Superstar Football.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Yes, I had something similar to this, and it was boxing.
Yes, he did say they did a boxing game. Let's see what this looks like. We're all going back in the time machine.
This looks more like 79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And Jamie agrees. That is it. So are those little blurbs players?
They'd have to be, I think. And you'd get numbers. The fight game was the same way. They let you go like a 70, 75 second round, and then they would show, okay, here's who won the round, here's who won the round. And only let you fight 4 rounds.
I'm not liking this.
I'm because I never played it, I don't know how it plays. It would look better, but the other game ruined it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like that other game. I thought that was cool.
Let's ask Mr. Horse. No, sir, I don't like it.
No, sir. That was from Ren and Stimpy. Do you remember one of the funniest Ren and Stimpy episodes? Very risque. Again, that cartoon was on Nickelodeon for kids. I went, this is not for kids, right? Because they had all this secret adult humor in it, right? And Jeffrey Dahmer's, to make light of a horrible subject, had just gotten caught, right? And remember, one of the stories was the police showed up and he says, no, I'm just having a spat with my lover. And then he eats them, whatever.
Yeah.
They did an episode where they're door-to-door rubber nipple sales guys.
Oh, yeah.
The horse comes to the door. He is in like surgical garb, blood all over him. He's got a walrus in a bag, right? And he looks at them. They're looking at the walrus. He looks at them again. And he goes, how much for those? Huh. And he puts it on his elbow. I could use these. I'll take them all. And the walrus is like having signs like, help. He said, help me. Help me. And they didn't care because they sold them all. And it's like, thank you. We didn't see anything. They just walked away. It was just, that was the first cartoon, I believe, that a cartoon character farted in a bathtub. Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There's a lot of off-the-wall stuff in that one. And it was targeted for kids, too. I mean, you wouldn't see anything like that today.
Remember the game they were playing? Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you like the game? Yeah, I like the game. Do you really like the game? It's my favorite.
Do you remember?
But you'll definitely know when you lose.
I think they also did Powdered Toast Man, I think. And when he flew, he farted, and that's what gave him the powdered toast be coming out of his ass.
Sounds like a Howard Stern bit.
Oh, they were funny. It was a bizarre cartoon. That was, it's a shame. It's a shame that, Steve Tower. For Ren and Stimpy, the shiny red button and the happy, oh, yeah. Happy, joy,
happy, joy, yeah.
That was...
I remember that they were in the Old West, and they were trying to hang him for a crime. And they're like, the big one's got no neck, and so he's got the rope around him, and he's just like sitting there. And the other one's too light. He was like blowing in the wind.
Yeah. They did some bizarre crap on that cartoon. They were. It was a funny cartoon. I mean, I highly recommend if you people like cartoons and stuff. I love Bob's Burgers. Gene
very good.
Malone, the son. They went. He's hilarious. I forgot what the hell they were talking about, and the father goes, "Well, I'll just go to the search engine and look up, right?" And Gene goes, he's like a 12-year-old, right? And he goes, "There's a search engine on the. You can look up. I'll be right back." And he goes, he comes back and he feels. Then another time they're at an auction, and the guy, the restaurant's being sold, not their rest. He's going there to buy like dishes, and the guy goes, "Help me steal some of my stuff." And Bob's like, "No, we can't do that." But and Gene's like, "If we steal this whisk, I'll put it in my pants. And if they say, 'Hey, what's in your pants?' He goes, 'Excuse me, sir, that's my wiener.'" It's a bizarre, fun. I can relate to that, not because I put stuff in my pants, but what? Nurse Teresa's joined us.
Hello, nurse.
I have water, honey. I'll take it. So, Nurse Teresa, what did
I don't want to know what you were just talking about.
Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yes.
We love Bob. You want to join us? No? Okay.
Watching Grey's Anatomy.
She's watching Grey's Anatomy. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy? It's not bad. Pretty good show. All right.
Have fun.
I will. So you're telling me I can't put stuff in my pants? Where's my Speedo that acts as a
the digital to dice Speedo?
Go get it. Go. She hit it on me. I'm going to show you the multi-purpose.
Are you going to make her take it off?
No.
You're going to get me in trouble. I do a good job of that myself already. I don't need help getting in trouble. So anyhow, of course, Sam loves Grey's Anatomy. She's the only female in the chat. Again, check out her channel, Big Wrestling Fan. Here it is.
It was in your. It was right in the drawer.
Oh, it was in the drawer? I thought you hid it. May I please have my Speedo? Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. Not only can you buy on the Home Shopping Network for Digital Dice one of the best coffee mugs ever, and you can use it as like a goggle. Look at that. You can use your imagination. It makes you think. You should buy these for your kids. And you can say, what are you doing, little Jimmy? I am looking through a goggle. See that? Little Jimmy, right? But now, well, we're all going through this COVID crap. We're all sick of it. We're getting shots. Put your mask on, take your mask off. Imagine you can go in a bank now with a mask. Anyway, whatever. It's the way life is. But multi-purpose. This is what Digital Dice is all about. Multi-purpose. Again, we're just going to show you one more time. Coffee mug, imaginary toy. Look at this. Imaginary toy. I'm in a submarine and I'm looking. What the hell's that thing called? You tell us that thing in the submarine. Periscope. I'm looking and I'm gonna launch a torpedo against like Godzilla. You bastard. Why would you launch a torpedo against Godzilla? Get the hell off my show. Anyway. So now, multi-purpose. It's important. You need to survive in the upcoming zombie apocalypse. 1, just outrun the poor bastard who's with you and you should be okay. 2, find another poor bastard that you can outrun after that. Anyway, multi-purpose, multitasking, right? So, my big thing, that didn't come out right. Where are my glasses? Okay, when I put my glasses on and I put a mask, it fogs them up.
Yeah.
Right.
Not only is this very comfortable undergarment wear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can also, let's see if I remember how to do this. Watch. It's amazing. Amazing. Just like with Pfizer, when they came up with Viagra and they found out, well, it doesn't work too well as a heart pill, but there's this side effect you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's amazing. So let's see if I remember how to do this right.
You're very safe now.
Exactly. And
you put the glasses on and they
don't
fog
up. Look at this. And I can wrestle. In this corner, the masked grappler. So multi-purpose, people. And you're safe. You keep your family safe. And, if you have that little accident at work.
Oh, Jesus.
You can always use it for extra underwear. And I messed up my hair, but...
The Crusher.
The Crusher! Anyway. So remember, you can buy fine things like this at digitaldice.com home shopping network, along with the best coffee mug ever, which also is an imaginary sub with a periscope. There you have it, folks. Now my hair is fucked up. It's okay. Can we say fucked up on YouTube?
Why
It's
not?
amazing to me. I just said it, right? Anyway, pardon me. What's amazing to me? Who watches breastfeeding videos? There's a gazillion breastfeeding videos on YouTube. Who do you think watches that stuff? I'm just saying.
I'm drawing a blank, Al. I'm drawing a blank.
And I get flagged for playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Take Me Out to the Crowd, but yet there's breastfeeding videos of women. I'm sitting there going, because I was laughing, I was getting pissed off, I was getting these flags, right? I'm like, really? I'm flagged for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, right? and there's just, I'm like, how is this appropriate? How is that appropriate? I want to know, YouTube. Tell me. They're going to ban me now anyway.
A lot of what YouTube does not make sense, and they're just openly admitting it now.
Anyway.
And I've had instances with YouTube since I've been doing the channel where I've had strikes against because I was just promoting my channel. And, what YouTube does is just there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm sorry to say, but.
No. All right. Let's go back to the chat. Let's go. Anyway, Digital Dice, Home Shopping Network. Check it out. Cool stuff. I like it. Also, I'll tell you what's real cool.
Oh, the mouse pad. Yeah.
And I like to roll the dice on it.
It's great
Also.
for dice. It really is.
It actually is. I'm not kidding about any of this stuff. You take this to work. Maybe you had one too many burritos. Okay, stuff happens. You thought it was a fart. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have this as your backup. Come on, people. We got to be smart. But excellent. Actually, it is a very good dice roller. I actually have used it. I also bought one for Nurse Teresa. So anyhow, I'm sure we've frightened many people away now. 'Cause that's what I do.
But then again, probably you haven't all. Learn how to play.
So poor Steve Power's been flagged for Take Me Out to the Ball game too.
Well, it's in OOTP. I mean, what are we going to do? We're just going to have to edit it out when it plays?
Dave, have you ever been flagged?
Some of the hockey games that I used to broadcast have been flagged because the PA announcer was playing music. So a couple of my videos was like when I stopped talking, it was like you could hear the music, and it got so I didn't get in trouble for it, but it was just like, hey,
I love the people, they claim your video, right? Like these people from Russia. They don't even know what the F baseball is. And they're claiming your video. I'm like, you're telling me they own the rights to Take Me Out to get the hell out of here. Come on, YouTube, do some research. Anyhow.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous how they have gotten. It totally is.
Anyhow,
the better agent,
poking fun at YouTube. They hate me anyway.
You'd think they would try to find a way to make money because there is a demand for people using rights to like the songs that are copyrighted by BMI and ASCAP.
Well,
I mean, happy birthday for heaven's sakes!
Why can't you? And again, it's just, and then we'll get off this subject because it annoys me.
Okay.
Seriously, no. On Twitch, and I don't do much, on Twitch. I tried it out a little bit, but you can play some music. They crack down a bit on it. Why YouTube you can't play? But then there's music, people who put, and I love it because I can listen to any song basically that I want. You can find on YouTube. I'm just saying, it's hilarious to me why some channels get away with stuff, because I know why they get away with it. They're making YouTube money, and that's fine. That's cool. But really, I get flagged for Take Me Out for the Ball. That's why I don't play, I'll sing it, but I won't play it. And it's always
Twitch is getting into some heat. They got all those scantily clad women on the channels there.
Twitch is a
and then people get in trouble for music things.
Yeah. This is Twitch. And I like Twitch. Remember, check out Uncle Ron Jucket on Twitch. He wears a low cut shirt. Check him out. Anyway, but that's a great segue. Let's make fun of them, right? They have these girls dressed up as anime characters, I think, right? And they're baiting like 12 and 13, 11-year-old boys to go. They have
body painting. They put pasties over here, and they're basically bare ass, and they paint with. And this is art. Oh, that's why I kid about. I'm going to do body painting too. And I'm going to use, certain colors in certain areas, but it's art, You guys would watch, right?
My point is, again,
if I did body painting, you guys would watch?
I'm there. Uncle Dave, I'm there everything you do.
I just, should I stream it or should I record it? What do you think?
Stream. We go live with that shit.
Oh, go live with it?
Absolutely.
Go live with that stuff. More bang for your buck.
Uncle Ron's always telling me I could make a ton of money if I did some body painting.
You're going to get every freakazoid going, I like this new guy.
You know what I could do? I could go team colors. Like I could do the Oilers one day, and then the next day I could do Tampa Bay. I could do a nice green.
Yeah.
Imagine that. We're going to paint team colors on Dave Gardner now. You probably would get a gazillion views.
I might.
YouTube would be like, we're going to monetize that shit right away.
Absolutely, because that's what they are. They're front runners
with Twitch, right? I'm watching one time, and there's this girl dressed up like a freaking panda, and she's playing a game, and she's actually was good at some game she was good at, right? And I'm like, and people are donating, and I'm like, and I've donated to YouTubers. I'm not gonna lie, YouTubers I've donated, whether it's buy something from their store or donate directly. I'm a member. I every month a few bucks there because I love You Always Win, the zombie channel. They make me laugh. There's a couple other channels, right? But I'm watching this and I'm watching the money, right, Dave and Paulie? I'm like,
oh yeah.
I start doing the math in my head. I'm like,
these young girls are making thousands of dollars a month. Yep.
And she's
if you have a webcam and you're a webcam girl, you can make 6 figures a month.
And Dave Little says he would subscribe to that.
I got to think about that. That could be my next venture, He
says, oh boy, our good friend Steve Tower, please check out his channel. Oh boy, have we suddenly dove into the get off my lawn segment of the show.
Well, it's a common gripe. I mean, I think everybody has had to deal with YouTube's bullshit some point. But
Twitch is hilarious because, like I said, I was doing the math. It's just, these kids must have their parents' credit card and they're going, ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
When I go into Uncle Ron, he'll be playing baseball. I'll be like, hey, I'll be right back. I got to jump into some Fortnite stream.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of bust his balls a little bit. I'll be like, Ron, I'd like to donate you some money to the channel, but I just spent $100 watching some girl play Fortnite.
Exactly. But you know what I'm talking about. It's God bless them. I'm just saying that it's just funny because then you have these companies going, we want this and that and don't do this, don't do that. But then I'm like, there's a chick with a panda outfit and again, it's nice if you're into pandas, I guess there are furries. I don't know. I've heard of furries.
If I wore this, would I get more views if I wore this when I streamed?
If you body paint, you will.
If I body paint?
You'll be getting that. I'm calling Digital Dice, but I really like to talk to Dave about body painting.
This would go good with a coffee mug. Then I could have my.
Oh, absolutely! You should have Digital Dice.
There's a niche for everything.
Exactly.
There's a niche for everything. You don't believe me? Go on Reddit. You get lost on Reddit.
Dave Little, my youngest son does Twitch, but he refuses to give me his channel ID. LOL.
Yeah, I could see something like that.
Sam, the only female in this chat. Check out her channel. She does a wrestling show with Ben. Big Game of Thrones fan too. Very nice person. I've watched the wrestling show. It's actually, they're good. They don't like when I'm in there because I'm the old guy going, I don't like all this jumping around crap. But I've enjoyed wrestling a bit.
Sam, I'm going to make note of this channel.
Sam R. I think it's 0909. It's actually good. She's a nice person. But she says Twitch has very few rules. You can play. I'll tell you, there's a couple of channels I really did enjoy on Twitch besides Uncle Ron. There was a guy, a French guy, and he would play like little like Guitar Hero, but he would sing a song along with it. And that was actually a good shtick. And he did well. But that was kind of fun. There's a woman I followed for a while. She paints, not body painting, because there's no one like Uncle Dave. No, but she would quickly, almost like a
G-rated painting, right?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Anyway. The rules are almost all set by... Well, that's what they want. That's fine. It just makes me laugh because you try to do something. I'd like to take this show to Twitch because I want to play music and stuff and do all kinds of things, but I don't know if anyone's going to come watch it there. And the whole point is to interact with the community, have some fun. This is all fun, people, right? We're just having fun, so...
Yeah.
But,
absolutely.
It's good to have a laugh.
It's not life or death,
No, nothing is. So,
speaking of life and death, if I don't go eat something and go to sleep,
well, we're on for a long time, so we're gonna call it. Thank you very much, people, and just remember, if you're in a pinch and you need a mask, go to Digital to Dice, dual purpose Speedo face mask. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you to the chat. It was a great time. Bleacher Bums Gaming has just joined us.
Hello, Anthony.
And we're leaving.
Pretty good. The Asking Paul fight to start. Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God, the main event hasn't started yet for that. That's what's wrong with boxing.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you to Dave Gardner. Thank you to Big Polly. Check out Dave Gardner on Spreaker. Correct, Dave? Digital to Dice.
Digital to Dice on Spreaker. Yep.
Big Polly. Check out his YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Health and happiness. Until next time, God bless and peace.